Hi, we're Jen and Steve-O. We've been traveling the world as digital nomads since 2018. In this video, we're taking you with us to explore a quaint little fishing village called Liverpool.
Welcome to Liverpool. Steve-O and I just arrived here from Manchester this morning. We only have 1.5 days here. Today is a half day and tomorrow is a nice full day. We're expecting there to be a lot of Beatles related things around the city. It's also just a very historic city with a lot going on. So let's get going to the hotel and we're gonna get some lunch too. Lunch. Getting so good at man buns.
Ow.
Don't hurt yourself.
Pain is beauty.
Right now we're down at the Royal Albert Docks. It's so beautiful down here and it's such a lovely day out. The Tate Museum is an art museum here in the city.
It's free.
There are also Tate Museums in London. And look at these cool rocks. There are 3 floors of free exhibits inside Tate, and then there's one more exhibit that you can pay for. We just went to the free exhibits and it was definitely worthwhile.
We shut the place down.
Yeah.
We were asked to leave.
It closes at 6 and we were there from 4:30 to 6. Steve-O and I love museums, so we're both big readers and we really enjoy learning. If you like museums too, Liverpool has a lot of museums and the best part is that a lot of them are free. So right now we're going to walk around a little bit more at the Royal Albert Docks and then we're going to head to get some dinner in a cool part of town. We're just heading to dinner. The place we're going is across the street right there because we are in Chinatown. Liverpool has one of the oldest Chinese communities in Europe, and there are many businesses that have been here for decades. This is one of my favorite foods of all time. Crispy duck with pancakes and hoisin sauce, cucumber and spring onion. Oh, so good. The food was so good and the woman and her husband who run it are just the nicest people. It was started by her father back in the 60s and then she and her husband took the restaurant over. Steve and I lived in China for a few years. Whenever we have the chance, we make sure to go to Chinatown and get authentic Chinese food. And we had Qingdao beer, which we haven't had in quite a while.
They're still making it. They're still doing a good job.
If you're coming through Liverpool and you like Chinese food, definitely come to Yuet Ben.
But you only got like a year left because they said they're retiring and they have no one to take it over yet. So if you want to buy a Chinese place,
please do it and keep making their delicious food. Apparently the seagulls in this town are pretty rough and tumble. Don't want to mess with them. We're here outside Bean Coffee.
we like to come to local coffee shops and drink local coffee because we're addicted to caffeine.
I actually stopped drinking coffee about a month ago. We'll see how long I last. I know we mostly just focus on travel, but we also are digital nomads and all of our work is online. And this morning I have a client call and
I'm working on a pitch deck for a project that I've been working on for quite a few months now.
Steve-O's got all our computers and stuff.
It's a cappuccino. It's as big as my head.
How is it?
That's a really good cappuccino.
All right, that was great. We got our work done and now we are ready to go put our laptops away and just enjoy the day here in Liverpool exploring. We're staying at the Toon Hotel. It's actually a Malaysian chain. They have one hotel outside of Malaysia, which is this one here in Liverpool. We used to live in Malaysia, so we were familiar with this brand and we were surprised when we saw them online, so we decided to give it a try. The hotel is in such a cool location We're right by City Hall, which is this beautiful building here. The hotel is fine. The hallways kind of do smell like a Subway sandwich shop.
Loose meat and desperation.
We mainly chose it for the location and the price is right. I think we're paying less than £35 a night. The room is simple, it's all we need. It's a maze to get to the room. We'll take you through and show you what it's like.
What a maze. Bienvenue and welcome to our small little room here in this quaint little fishing village called Liverpool. Over here you can see the entire place. Here's our bed. It's short. We have a desk, TV, nice big windows, which is really cool. The only problem is we're looking right into somebody's flop house. And what tour would be complete without seeing the bathroom? It's a nice shower. There's a whole toilet and a sink. And that's the whole room. We got this place for the location. We're right downtown. Everything that you want to see in Liverpool is within walking distance. We're not going to be spending much time in this room, so location, location, location. This building is from the Robert Pattinson Batman movie. It really looks like something out of Batman. So good job, Liverpool, from 100 years ago.
We're down here at the waterfront in Liverpool. This is where some of the most iconic and beautiful buildings are. And there's also obviously the river here where there are cruises and ships. You can do a cruise here along the river. There are some boats that take tourists out. Just walking along the riverfront is really lovely. People taking pictures over here with the Beatles statue. There's a whole line for it.
This is the Museum of Liverpool. It covers the entire history of the city, suffragettes, the Beatles, and everything in between. And it's free. Free knowledge. It's the best kind. We are going to try to come back here in the afternoon if we have time. We love museums and we love learning.
The super Lambananas, half lamb, half bananas. They're really silly and you can see them in different parts of the city.
Half lamb, half banana, all nightmare. We're back here on Bold Street, walking towards a food court I saw when I was here last week doing comedy. Bold Street is a very hip and happening part of town. There's lots of restaurants, bars, art galleries, you name it, they got it. At the top of the street is the bombed out church. We're gonna head there after we eat, but we gotta eat first because we're hungry. This place is really cool. It's mostly Asian places, but there's a Turkish joint, Mexican. We got some Japanese food.
Oh, that was such good food. There's a lot of different places you can eat in there, so it's perfect if you have a group. We also ran into the owners of the restaurant we ate at last night in Chinatown, so that was nice too. So we're gonna go check out the bombed out church, which is just right across the street. The church was badly damaged by bombs during the Liverpool Blitz in 1941 and has been a roofless shell ever since. The bombed out church wasn't open to go inside. Sometimes they have events going on there. So now Steve was just checking the map. We are heading to the Anglican church, which is the massive church that you can see from all around the city. This is the Lady Chapel. It's the oldest part of the entire cathedral, and it is where women were meant to go. It's almost like a mini cathedral inside the giant cathedral. There's some stained glass in here depicting the women who fought for women's rights and those who cared for the sick and the injured during the war. We just bought some tickets in the shop to do the tower experience, which allows you to go up to the top of the cathedral and see views of the entire city. It was £6 per person. Oh, these views are amazing. That was worth the climb. Steve-O was kindly carrying the purse because it was feeling kind of heavy for me because it has our water bottles in it.
The guy who designed this cathedral, Sir Giles Gilbert Scott, also designed the iconic red telephone booth, seen here, very small, or am I, very big. When you go on the Cathedral Tower experience, there is a life-size actual telephone box that you can go into and pretend to make a phone call to 1973. I would say you might want to make this one of your first stops so you can get a lay of the land. Definitely spring for the tower experience.
And then when you see the cathedral, when you're walking around the city, you can be like, oh, I was up there.
And if you get lost, you can always use it as a frame of reference.
Now we're going to head back toward the center of town. We are going to check out the famous Beatles street where there's the Cavern Club.
We would play some Beatles music, but we can't afford it. This is the Cavern Club, where the Beatles played in the early 60s. It actually closed in the early 70s, but reopened in the early 80s. There's also the Cavern Pub and Restaurant right across the street. I'm standing here with my homie Cilla Black. This black door to my left is actually the original entrance to the Cavern Club, but it was not structurally sound after it was closed in the 70s, so they opened the new one down the street. This is a statue of Eleanor Rigby from the song Eleanor Rigby from the Beatles album Revolver, which is my favorite Beatles album.
This is Queen Avenue, a nice little shopping street here in Liverpool, and it's just next to our hotel. Honestly, there's just too much to do in Liverpool. I wish we had time to come down here and have a meal and a drink, but we're only here for 1.5 days and it's just not enough. The window's so dirty, but our room overlooks Queen Street right down there. Good morning.
Good morning. It is a very rainy day here in Liverpool.
We're back here on Matthew Street because we are going to the Beatles Cafe for breakfast.
Yum, yum, yum. Jen got the veggie brekkie and I got the big brekkie, and I got a big ass latte, and I hope it's good. And if it's not, that's also fine because it wasn't that expensive.
All right, we're here at the National Express bus station, about to board the bus to Birmingham and then on to Oxford. Thanks so much for watching.
We're here at the bus. Everyone on the bus says you should like and subscribe, so please listen to the bus.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bloop.